Hello fellow book lovers, my name is Jodie. I'm an author and a teacher librarian. This is the reading nook in the little cabin that I use as my office. Welcome. Today I'd like to share with you a story I read to the kids at my school last year to help them learn about the craft of writing. It's called Night Terrors, and I got the idea for this story from one of my own childhood fears, and from a game I used to play with my own daughter at bedtime, where every night she would create a monster. I'll be adding some teaching notes underneath, so if any teachers or teacher librarians would like to use these clips at school, please feel free to do so. I'll be posting a new chapter every week, so make sure you come back and visit regularly if you'd like to hear the story to the end. I hope you enjoy Night Terrors. Let's go. Chapter 1. And so the evil mage was vanquished, and the sorrows fled the land. The people of Carolee were happy again, and they never forgot the brave children whose loyalty and friendship had saved them. "Phew," said Lucy, falling back onto the pillows. "That was scary. When the mage was hurling lightning bolts at Tana and the black sorrows were closing in. But she was so brave, and she rescued her friends." Lucy sighed. "I wish I had a friend like Tana." Nanny shuffled to the bookshelf and slid the sorrows of Carolee back into place. When she sat on the edge of the bed once again, there was a thoughtful look on her face. "Maybe the trick isn't to have a friend like Tana, but to be like Tana yourself," said Nanny, leaning over to brush the hair back from Lucy's eyes. "But Tana's so brave. I could never be like that." "I think you could, if you gave it a try." Lucy frowned. "I wish Mum and Dad hadn't gone out tonight. What if I have a nightmare?" "I'm here," said Nanny, kissing her on the forehead. "I know, but you don't hear very well, and you have the radio on so loudly at night. What if you don't come when I call?" "Then come to me. You can sleep in my bed. It's big enough for two." "But—" "No more worrying." Nanny placed a finger on Lucy's lips. "The future will happen in the way it's meant to, and no amount of worrying will change that." Nanny groaned, and rubbed her hip as she tottered over to the door. "Will you leave the light on?" Lucy asked. "Just for a little while?" Nanny dimmed the light and smiled. "Remember, if you need me, I'm just down the hall. Good night, sweetheart." And with a last blown kiss, she stepped into the hallway and closed the door behind her. Lucy snuggled under the warm blankets, determined not to think scary thoughts as she drifted off to sleep. A muffled thud startled Lucy awake. The lights were off, and black shadows like the sorrows from her book crowded the edges of the room. She shuddered. "Stop that," Lucy scolded herself. "Tana wouldn't be afraid of shadows." She closed her eyes, trying to will herself back to sleep. But it was impossible. The shallow water in the glass on her nightstand twinkled in the moonlight, a reminder of the very large drink that had helped her get to sleep. "I don't need to go to the bathroom," Lucy thought. "I can wait until morning." But she knew it was a lie. Morning was still a long way off, and she'd never been good at holding it in. Lucy squeezed her legs together, wishing she was brave like Tana. Tana had stood up to an evil mage, dodging lightning bolts and deflecting them with her sword. Lucy couldn't even go to the bathroom in the dark without her heart pounding. "This is ridiculous," Lucy muttered. "There's nothing to be afraid of." But what if there is? In her mind, a horrible creature lurked beneath her bed, its long, hairy arms reaching out to grab her legs if she dangled them over the edge. A chill slithered down her back. Lucy shivered, and the pressure increased. No matter how much she wanted to, she couldn't go back to sleep. Tucking her legs beneath her, Lucy crouched in the centre of the bed. One leap to land in the middle of the room, then 3 more steps to the hallway. She tensed, ready to spring, then flopped back onto the bed. This is crazy, thought Lucy, staring at the ceiling. It's just my imagination. There's nothing under my bed. And for the first time ever, to prove it to herself, she leaned right over and peeked. At first, there was only darkness. Then she saw it. In the furthest corner, hunched against the wall, a shadowy creature with glowing green eyes was staring straight at Lucy. Well, that's chapter 1, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to hear a bit more, come back next week for chapter 2.